guys who brought you.
That's bullshit!
I'm Cody,
And I'm Tyler.
and this is the Edible Attitude Podcast.
How you doing today, buddy?
Doing all right? How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, good. Good week?
Yeah, so far.
Good.
It's going to get better.
Yes, it is. A little party this weekend.
Yeah, I'm excited for the weekend.
Yeah. Hell yeah, me too. Can't wait to come celebrate you and your wife.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
What do you got going other than that?
Kids.
Normal.
Yeah.
Normal stuff.
Dad life, yeah.
Dad life.
Yeah. Super busy with dad life always.
How are things going with the dog?
She's still old, fat, and stinky, but I love her.
Poor Nala.
Yeah, she's good. She's sleeping. She got 2 new toys today that she thoroughly destroyed quickly.
As she does often.
Yeah. Little terror. But yeah, she's good.
Good.
Living the dream.
Good to hear.
How's Smokey Joe?
Smokey Joe's good.
Yeah.
Being a pain in the ass like always,
yeah.
but, typical cat.
Yeah.
He does cat shit all the time.
Yeah, they're little bastards.
Yeah, the other night, he was screaming at me for whatever fucking reason, and I got my spotlight out, and I shut the lights off, and I turned my spotlight on, and there was another cat sitting outside the window.
Oh,
he was mad as shit.
That's why, he was like, get this motherfucker out of here, Dad.
Yeah, this is my territory. Yeah. He's just yelling at me to
help.
Yeah.
Just trying to be spooky.
Yeah. Yeah. Spooky Smokey.
My house.
In the middle of the street.
Folgers. Please don't copyright me.
I do remember that commercial.
Yeah.
What else was there? It was a long commercial.
Every day is better waking up with Folgers in your cup.
It does not taste good.
No.
It tastes like ground dirt.
Yeah, like coffee.
No, some coffee's good. Some coffee's got flavoring.
Oh, flavoring. Is it coffee then?
Well, I've had a blueberry coffee. That was really good.
That's not coffee then, right?
It's coffee.
Isn't that something else?
No, it's coffee.
Isn't that like a mocha frappuccino or something?
I'm not. No. Nope, that's at Starbucks.
You're not a frat boy?
I'm not a frap boy, no. I can't have frappuccinos.
Oh, no, you'd probably go into diabetic shock.
I have in the past, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, did you pre-pump with insulin?
I sure did.
Attaboy.
It didn't work.
Oh, I bet.
I tried.
Too much.
Yeah, way too much.
Too much of the goodies.
I didn't even have, whipped cream. All that shit that's in there is just so
Sugar
much.
And cream and everything in between.
Diabetic overload.
Yeah.
100%.
Almost met Jeebus that day, did you?
I touched his hand.
Yeah. The finger.
Yeah.
The Michelangelo painting.
Yeah. Well, today we got a subject about pyramids.
Let's go. Sweet. Pyramids. Fuck yeah.
No, it's America.
Oh. I thought that's
Same
where
thing.
it originated from.
No.
My bad.
So, as far as pyramids go, there are thousands of pyramids around the world.
Thousands. Not just Egypt. Let's get that clear straight away.
Around the world.
There's not just pyramids in Egypt. They are worldwide.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Including more than 100 in Egypt, double that in Sudan, and dozens in the Middle East and China.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact.
America has some too.
The Americas.
Is that where you're going? Yeah, we got a bunch here, dude.
The Americas have more pyramids than the rest of the world.
100%. Yeah, we got more than any. Arizona alone has tons.
They have a bunch.
Tons.
There's a bunch in Mexico, Peru, Brazil, all over the place. Yeah. Well, that was kind of like where the Mayans were.
Sure.
So they built these huge
pyramid-esque
structures.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. You know what's kind of just a crazy fun little theory?
Hit me.
So there's theory out there that the Grand Canyon, our great big Grand Canyon,
was made by Paul Bunyan.
There's that one. And this one, though, so we can't access a ton of it, right? Very small portions of the Grand Canyon can get accessed by the public.
Yeah.
They say it's for our safety.
Right.
Theories say, because there's been some researchers, archaeologists or whatever, that have been in there who were doing some research and found a bunch of Egyptian shit, pyramid-esque and
Did Paul Bunyan know the
bearings.
Egyptians?
Maybe they were Cuzzos. I don't know.
They could have been.
Maybe.
Maybe he was a Nephilim just dragging a big old axe.
Right. Yeah, he was Neph. Maybe. Could
be.
be. Anunnaki.
They're connected.
Yeah. Depending on the story.
Right.
Right. But yeah, it's just saying that the Grand Canyon is actually like a shortcut to Africa, Egypt. They connect somehow. I don't fucking know. Some teleportation once you walk through a certain portion of it or something.
Neat, like a way
Have you ever heard
gauge.
of ley lines?
Yes.
Yeah, like it's a ley line area.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Right.
Did not know that.
Maybe.
I think I heard something about that.
Yeah. And they don't want people teleporting. That's why we can't go down there.
Right, that's what they're worried about,
Right,
teleporting.
right, yeah.
Not the shit that's in there.
They don't want people doing cool shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Why?
Teleport me to Africa. I don't got to pay a fee.
Yeah.
No baggage pay. No baggage claim fees or nothing, you know?
Where do you think it comes out, though?
I don't know. Right in the middle of fucking Sahara.
Oh, God, that'd be horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, can you imagine? Yeah, I don't know, man.
Could I imagine? No. Because
Well, they
that would
say
be terrible.
Egypt, right, which is desert at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe it's underneath all the sand.
Ooh. Maybe.
Maybe
There's
it's
rumors about a lot of shit under that sand, too, under the
true.
pyramids, yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit underneath there.
Yeah.
I'm sure that we'll never find.
Yeah. Or they found and we'll just never know.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
also that.
Who knows? That's
Yeah.
why we're here to talk about it.
True. I only have a couple or a handful. I'm not going over the hundreds and thousands that
right.
we have. So the first one we're going to start with is the Great Pyramid of Giza,
Of course.
because everybody
Has to
knows
be.
it.
Yeah, we gotta get that one knocked out.
The Great Pyramid of Giza is the largest Egyptian pyramid and served as the tomb of Pharaoh Khufu, who ruled during the 4th dynasty of the Old Kingdom. Built in the early 26th century BC over a period of about 27 years, the pyramid is the oldest of the 7 wonders of the ancient world.
Mm-hmm.
Which is pretty neat it survived that long.
Yeah. Especially considering it's made of limestone, isn't it? Or something like that. Or there's limestone in it. It's partially limestone?
Yeah.
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 Limestone's pretty brittle shit.
Yeah, it breaks down pretty easy.
Yeah.
I'm guessing maybe the arid, dry desert area.
Helps.
Right.
Maybe.
So it doesn't get wet.
Right. But they say back originally when it was built, it probably wasn't desert. It was lush.
That's true.
Lush and rainforest-esque, which is wet.
Where's the pyramid located? By Giza? Right?
Yeah, I would think so.
So my thought process,
Mhm.
right, before I even looked at a picture,
Mm-hmm.
is this thing is out in the middle of fucking nowhere, surrounded by sand. Right?
Now, yeah.
Now it's not. Like Giza
built,
is
yeah,
real
tourist.
close
Yeah.
to the pyramid.
Right.
Huge tourist attraction.
Yeah.
Got to bring in the money.
Yep. Got to build around it and expand.
Monetize.
Money, 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 money.
It's the most famous monument of the Giza Pyramid Complex, which is part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site, Memphis and its necropolis. It is situated at the northern end line of the 3 pyramids at Giza.
Interesting.
So isn't there I don't know if it's scientifically accurate or not, but the 3 pyramids line up with Orion's belt?
So my understanding is the Great Pyramid of Giza actually lines up with north, east, south, and west. It's off by a fraction of a degree.
Like it's in a perfect...
It's a fraction of a degree off, yeah.
That's fucking
A
crazy.
ton of the pyramids are built that way. Just fractions of degrees off, perfect north, south, east, west.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. I don't know why.
How do you think they figured that out? Stars?
Potentially. Yeah, they were very big into astrology from what I understand.
Pretty sure they didn't have a tape measure back then.
Maybe. We don't know.
That's true.
I don't know how they measured stuff. Limestone blocks.
Could be.
12 by 12 blocks.
just
lay
laid 'em out.
Right, something.
Maybe. Pieces of wood.
One man's feet.
Oh. all the slave
Heel
feet.
toe, heel to toe, heel to toe.
Everybody standing in line.
Yeah.
Initially standing at 480 feet, the Great Pyramid was the world's tallest human-made structure for more than 3,800 years. Over time, most of the smooth white limestone casing was removed, which lowered the pyramid's height to the current 454 feet. What is seen today is the underlying core structure. The base was measured to be about 755 feet square, giving a volume of roughly 92 million cubic feet, which includes an internal hillock. Pretty goddamn big.
That's huge. Yeah.
92 million cubic feet.
Yeah, that's massive. I would love to see it in person.
Like when it was first built?
Oh, yeah, sure. That too. Current and then, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see what everything looked like back then. In all ages. Aerial aspect of various places in the world at different ages would be sick.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
If we could take a peek back in time,
Right.
look at them all,
Mm-hmm.
study them,
Right.
you know, as one
Just
does
check
in
it out,
science fiction.
sipping on some suds.
Yeah. What do you think happens next? I don't know. Let's speed up.
Yeah, check this shit out.
Yeah.
What's going on over here with these crazies?
There are 3 known chambers inside of the Great Pyramid. The lowest was cut into the bedrock and upon which the pyramid was built but remained unfinished. The so-called Queen's Chamber and King's Chamber, which contain a granite sarcophagus, are above ground within the pyramid structure. Khufu's vizier is believed by some to be the architect of this Great Pyramid. Many varying scientific and alternative hypotheses attempt to explain the exact construction techniques, which has been an argument for years.
Yeah, no one's got a clue how they're built, man. There is a ton of theories on that.
There's lots.
Favorite being aliens.
Yep.
It's a lot of people's
That's,
favorite.
that's always number one.
Is aliens. There's some pulley systems.
Yep.
Yep. Some pulley systems that seem maybe plausible. It definitely wasn't slaves just pushing it up a slope. That's a fact. There's no way that could fucking happen.
That's not
because
even possible.
that slope would have to be
Huge.
hundreds of miles long, I believe.
Yeah, to get to the top.
To get that weight up an incline to the top, yeah, would
and then taken down.
and where'd the ramps go? Yeah, exactly. Like, it shit just don't make sense. Gravity, like gravity manipulation, is believed that maybe we used to know how to use gravity manipulation or magnetism manipulation. So when you try to put, the same ends of a magnet together, they repulse.
Right.
Using that energy between those two magnets as a force somehow. Nephilim or Anunnaki maybe built it. That's a theory.
I'm going with the magic theory.
Magic theory?
Yeah, just magic.
Just Gandalf out there just
Waving a
his
stick
staff
around. Yeah.
and Harry
Moving
Potter and
shit.
the shit. Yeah. Okay.
Leviosa.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's hard to say.
It's probably close to everything that there's theories about. It's probably in that realm of, everything combined. The
Right.
possibility,
Yeah. Yeah. It's fun to think about.
It's always fun to think about.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the Holy Roman Empire. The funerary complex around the pyramid consists of 2 mortuary temples connected by a causeway, one close to the pyramid and one near the Nile. Tombs for the immediate family and court of Khufu, including 3 smaller pyramids for Khufu's wives, an even smaller satellite pyramid, and 5 buried solar barges. Near the pyramid were found ceramic vessels of Madai culture from the 4th millennium BC, which are presumably remains of a previous settlement in the area.
Yeah, because it was like popping, right?
Yeah?
Yeah, it was all lush and they were thriving.
I mean, that makes sense as to why, people would move to go there,
Right.
especially if a culture is close, just to kind of incorporate it with the pyramid itself.
Yeah. Why the fuck did they build these things, though? Are they tombs?
Entertainment?
Tombs, entertainment? Energy sources?
I don't know. Well, the top of the Great Pyramid's gone.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. That's why there's a lot of theory out there. The missing piece was somewhat of some sort of energy harvesting or
Like a solar-powered thing.
something, right? Nikola Tesla had some sort of science as far as collecting energy from our atmosphere and using free electricity, essentially.
Huh, would be
Right?
nice.
He was trying to get it worldwide, but governments apparently didn't want it.
No, it was Benjamin Franklin. He was a dickhead.
Yeah, he's part of the government. Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be cool if we had these big fucking towers all over the place that gave everybody free energy. I'd be down.
Well, I mean, there's the wind turbines. It's kind of like free energy. Yeah, you got to pay for it, but
Well, I mean, you gotta pay for building a pyramid too, right?
yeah, that's true.
But I feel like, I don't know. If
Well-
you can harvest just energy from the sky pretty safely without having big spinning metal swords that are fucking 300 feet long that can break off and go flying for miles and, do massive damage, compared to a structure that just sits there. I'd take a structure that just sits there.
That's true.
Yeah.
But the pyramids started being built like when a pharaoh became a pharaoh.
Yeah.
Like immediately after he like sat down with his advisors and was like, "This is what I want my pyramid to look like,"
Yeah.
and that's what they fucking did.
My family 6 generations from now will get to enjoy this.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Right. Well, bloodline usually
That's true.
stays in control for a lot of monarchy type systems.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, was it for entertainment? Was it for look at us? This is what we got. How did it get worldwide? If it was just for entertainment,
That's true.
you know, because
Thousands
everybody would be
of
like, I
years.
want to build this fucking giant thing to have fun. That don't seem fun. I
Right.
don't think everybody would be into that.
No. That would be not cool.
It's almost had to have been an item of use.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's, like we said, there's a bunch everywhere. Not all of them look the same, but they're
No.
kind of structured.
As far as the
Ish.
four-sided, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sure some were linked to or the majority of them were linked to stars.
Could be. Very well could be. Tracking the solars.
It's possible. Maybe the moon gave it power, or the sun gave it power.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like solar power or
Right.
something. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Who knows, man?
Maybe that's why it was so lush. And then whoever took the top of the pyramid, they took it into the Amazon, and that's where it is. And that's why that's so lush.
Potentially. That, or if you're in like the Anunnaki story of they had a nuclear war essentially.
Yeah.
And fucking wiped everything out, or.
And then they took that thing and left.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like with how many there are worldwide, there almost had to been some sort of beneficial use for it. Some sort of way.
Other than just like a way into the afterlife.
Yeah, other than a tomb or like, hey, look at me.
Just sounds like a dick measuring game at this point.
Yeah, that's what I don't think it is, though. That's what I think a lot of people might chop it up to be.
Right.
But I don't think that's what it is. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up.
It definitely does not. These other ones on the list may answer some of your questions.
Who else?
So the next one we got is called the Pyramid of the Sun. Have you ever heard of it?
I have heard of it.
So there's the Pyramid of the Sun and the Moon. We're going to just talk about the Sun. The Pyramid of the Sun is the largest building in Teotihuacan and one of the largest in Mesoamerica. It is believed to have been constructed about 200 AD. Found along the Avenue of the Dead, the pyramid is part of a large complex in the heart of the city. The name Pyramid of the Sun comes from the Aztecs, who visited the city of Teotihuacan centuries after it was abandoned. The name given to the pyramid by the Teotihuacanos is unknown. It was constructed in 2 phases. The first construction stage was around 200 AD, brought the pyramid to nearly the size it is today. The second round of construction resulted in its completed size of 738 feet across and 246 feet high, making it the 3rd largest pyramid in the world, though it's still over half the height of the Great Pyramid of Giza. The second phase also saw the construction of an altar atop the pyramid, which has not survived into modern times.
Ooh, okay.
So that one's missing too.
Altars. Yeah, more missing tops, more missing lids.
Over the structure, the ancient Teotihuacanos finished their pyramid with lime plaster imported from surrounding areas, on which they painted brilliantly colored murals. While the pyramid has endured for centuries, the paint and plaster have not and are no longer visible. Jaguar heads and paws, stars, and rattlesnakes are among the few images associated with the pyramids.
I don't like snakes.
No, snakes are not fun.
Why are snakes and pyramids tied together?
Because as a protective entity?
Yeah, okay. You sure? Keep me the fuck away.
You're like, oh, there's a snake. I ain't going there.
I'm out of here.
Nah, I don't think so. It is thought that the pyramid venerated a deity within the Teotihuacanan society. However, little evidence suggests to support this hypothesis. The destruction of the temple on top of the pyramid by both deliberate and natural forces prior to the archaeological study of the site has so far prevented identification of the pyramid with any particular deity. The pyramid was built on a carefully selected spot from where it was possible to align it to sunrises and sunsets on specific dates, recorded by a number of archaeological orientations in Mesoamerica. The whole central part of the urban grid of Teotihuacan, including the Avenue of the Dead, reproduces the orientation of the Sun Pyramid, while the southern part exhibits a slightly different orientation. So, star things, sun and moon.
Stars, sun and moon. I mean, it's called sun and moon for a reason, right?
Right. So the whole idea is that when the sun, like, on the specific date, I don't know what it is, when it is, but the sun would rise over the sun, followed the avenue of the dead straight down and then rest over the pyramid of the moon.
Yeah, that's nuts.
That's a wild, like, how did they fucking figure that out?
Right. I don't know. Math. Insane math.
And this was in Mexico.
What's that got to do with fucking anything?
Because the other one was in Egypt.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, it's nuts, dude. How did they figure out how the shadows are going to hit and where to hit and how they're going to hit that day at that spot perfectly?
Years of recording. Like, just recording the sun and the moon.
But what if, like, do they fucking hold sticks up at certain times and...
Sundials.
Maybe, yeah.
Could have been a thing.
Could. It's nuts. We got people today who can't figure out how to do that shit. Me in particular. I'm raising my hand because I don't know how to do none of that, but...
We got people who don't know what a calculator is still.
Yeah.
Or how to figure one out.
True.
But I don't blame them because those ones we used in high school, the T8s or 80s or whatever the fuck they were difficult.
Pain in the ass.
They could do a bunch of cool stuff.
You put games on some of them. I remember when, like, some of them had games you could go into and play.
Maybe the real, like,
expensive ones. Yeah. Yeah, that was the shit. It was only the smart kids had those.
Oh,
because they needed it for college courses. Or
calculus and whatever the fuck else.
I believe it was in Peru or something like that. They just believed it was like a mountain range or like hill range. And this fucking scientist was down there and he's like, dude, this looks too fucking perfect to be a hill. Like, this is weird. So he started digging around it and like finding architecture that is not natural. And they believe it's the tallest pyramid in the world that dwarfs Giza.
Holy.
Yeah.
Like, it's a big old mountain range, but it's a actual pyramid.
Yeah, they think it's just like this massive fucking hill, but if you look at it, like, it's all, like, it's a pyramid, basically.
Oh.
Yeah. Antarctica
they have
potentially
one.
has one or some, that are, supposedly way bigger than Giza.
That is crazy, and consider Giza was 454 feet high.
Yeah.
But 92 million cubic feet.
Yeah, there's a 9 in there somewhere. Yeah, it's like all grown over with vegetation and stuff. But a lot of places recently have been found like that. Have you heard of Machu Picchu?
Yeah.
That was unburied not that long ago, like within the last 30, 40, 50 years probably, I think.
Oh, that's
it was all it was all covered in vegetation. They just thought it was part of the mountainside or hillside or whatever.
Huh.
Uh-huh.
Isn't that supposed to be haunted up there too?
Potentially. Yeah, all these old sites are supposedly.
That
just comes with the territory.
Especially if you're making human sacrifices.
Yeah, and you're digging up shit.
Yup.
Mm-hmm. That's just bad juju.
No bueno.
Yeah.
The next one on our list is called the Great Pyramid of Cholula.
Ooh.
You ever heard of it?
I think I've had Cholula hot sauce.
I mean, something... It sounds like Kahlua that you put in coffee.
I wasn't ready for that myself.
Cholula hot sauce?
Isn't it something like that? But yeah, you'll find that in Mexican restaurants. Sometimes it's like Cholula. It's got a little like cork on top of it.
A little wooden one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that shit's good.
Yeah.
I like that stuff.
Yeah.
So the Great Pyramid of Cholula, also known as Made by Hand Mountain.
Made by Hand Mountain.
Which means they believe the structure was built by human hands instead of by sacred beings.
Okay.
Sure.
Oh, you think it was sacred beings?
Oh,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Anunnaki.
I'm going with the magic thing, remember?
Yeah.
The complex is located in Puebla, Mexico, and it's the largest archaeological site of a pyramid/temple in the New World, as well as the largest pyramid by volume known to exist in the world today.
Oh, damn. Fill that cup up.
No shit. They're trying. They're
deep well.
They're trying to... They're trying to rival Giza.
All right. It's just a thick boy. It ain't tall, it's just thick.
Just thick.
A thick boy.
The adobe brick pyramid stands 82 feet above the surrounding plain, which is significantly shorter than the Great Pyramid of Giza's height, but much wider, measuring 984 by 1,033 feet in its final form. That's a
thickums.
That's a thickums.
That's a thickums.
The pyramid is a temple that traditionally has been viewed as having been dedicated to the god Quetzalcoatl.
Mm-hmm.
The architectural style of the building was linked closely to that of the Teotihuacan in the Valley of Mexico, although influence from the Gulf Coast is evidence as well.
Damn. Fun fact about Quetzalcoatl, if I remember correctly, which most of the time I don't, but I believe he was like some super fucking warrior. Like, he was a badass.
Thought he was like a serpent god.
Yeah, but he was supposed to be some... Yeah, maybe that's what it was. But he fought, I thought. Like, he had some badass wars. Some feats.
Sounds like someone
Maybe he had a
Gilgamesh would
war
fight.
or something. Oh, yeah, Gilgamesh and you. Oh, that'd be on, what was that, TV show? Where they recreated, like, ninjas versus cowboys.
Deadliest Warrior.
Yeah, Deadliest Warrior. I was thinking Deadliest Catch, but...
You know what? That's pretty close. I mean,
Yeah.
a little different.
Right. Catch that in your nut, you're fucked.
The pyramid was an important religious and mythical center in pre-Hispanic times. Over a period of 1,000 years to the Spanish conquest, consecutive construction phases gradually built up the bulk of the pyramid until it became the largest in Mexico by volume.
That's wild, man. That comes...
Well, it had to be if it was gonna, be,
Well, they heard about Giza, and they're like, you know what? We're going to do something different.
we're gonna go the opposite
We're going
way.
to entertain this way.
Yeah.
We're going to spread our love out.
Maybe that's where, since it was so big, maybe Quetzalcoatl slept on it.
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe he slid on down.
Just sliding down.
Yeah, who knows? Did a little Michael Jackson walk down or something?
Just
Stepping on
moonwalk.
down, yeah.
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 The Temple Pyramid Complex was built in 4 stages instead of 3, starting from the 3rd century BC through the 9th century AD.
Okay, that's a long time. That's 600 years. How's that 4 stages? 4 stages of what?
I don't know, it was built in 4 stages.
Anunnaki life?
Big.
We ain't living that fucking long.
No shit.
So what's a 4? That don't make no sense.
Hell if I know, man. Go ask them.
Hey, come here.
Hey, Mayor. According to the Guinness Book of Records, it is in fact the largest pyramid as well as the largest monument ever constructed anywhere in the world, with a total volume estimated at over 4.45 million cubic meters.
So a lot smaller. 4 million cubic meters compared to 92?
Yeah.
Just because it's thick don't mean it's juicy.
Not with that attitude.
That's like you get a fat burger and it's dry and you're like, how? How'd you do this to me?
It's more like, why did you do this
It's
to
so
me?
thick,
It's thick, but
Yeah.
it's nasty.
but it's dry.
At its peak, Cholula had the 2nd largest population in Mexico, of an estimated 100,000 people living at the site. Though the pre-Hispanic city of Cholula remained inhabited, residents abandoned the Great Pyramid in the 8th century as the city suffered a dramatic population drop. Even after the population drop, the Great Pyramid retained its religious importance.
Maybe it's when the lid got removed.
Could be. Maybe Gilgamesh killed him,
Maybe.
and then they're just like, fuck this.
Potentially, yeah.
Next
They're like,
person.
Alright, we're taking your shit. Good luck. They're like, well, we can't live without our energy. We're out of here. Move on to the next pyramid.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It was just a flat top, though. Like, it wasn't, it was just long. Like you said, thickums.
Fuckums. Yeah, maybe they just tried and failed. If you're enjoying this topic and would like to talk more about it,
You can find us at Edible Attitude or at Edible Attitude Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. The next one we got on our list is called the Pyramid of Cestius. Ever heard of that one?
I have not.
So the Pyramid of...
Sounds like Roman. Sounds Roman Empire.
You're 100% correct.
Nice.
The Pyramid of Cestius is a Roman-era pyramid in Rome, Italy, near the Porta San Paolo and the Protestant cemetery. It was built as a tomb for Gaius Cestiusa, a magistrate and member of one of the 4 great religious corporations in Rome. The pyramid was built about 18 to 12 BC. Due to its incorporation into the city's fortifications, it is today one of the best preserved ancient buildings in Rome. It's a brick-faced concrete covered with slabs of white marble standing on a travertine foundation.
I feel like you just said a slang to me.
Travertine?
You brick-face covered fucking... I feel like you're about to go off on me there for a second.
Look here,
It's quite the
motherfucker.
description.
The pyramid measures 100 feet at the base and stands 125 feet high, so it's not very tall.
Okay.
I mean, it's in Rome.
Yeah, they had to fit it in.
Mhm.
Squeeze it in. Just a little mini version.
I mean, if they plopped a whole-ass pyramid in there, Rome wouldn't be Rome. It'd be Rome the Pyramid.
Right.
It's just a big pyramid.
Yeah, then you could have the church as a focal point.
You're correct.
Yep, had to play secondary. Second fiddle. Backup fiddle.
Backup fiddle?
Yep. Like backup dancers, but worse. It's a shittier gig to have.
What, building a pyramid?
Backup fiddle.
Oh.
That too, though. Yeah, I wouldn't want to build a pyramid.
Being the backup fiddle is a shitty gig. More like being second violin. You never get noticed.
It's the same thing. Fiddle's just a fun violin. This is a country boy's violin.
Yeah, but if they know what they're doing, they can summon rats with it.
Or demons.
Or that.
Yeah.
They can fight the
Satan
devil with
himself.
it. Yeah. In the interior is a burial chamber, a simple barreled vaulted rectangular cavity measuring 5.95 meters long by 4 meters wide and 4.8 meters high. When opened in 1660, the chamber was found to be decorated with paintings. Only scant traces of these paintings survive, and no traces of any other contents. The tomb had been sealed when it was built with no exterior entrance, but had been plundered at some time thereafter. Obviously.
Right, yeah.
Everything's plundered because people are dicks.
Well, yeah, I mean, you put this big monument up in town, and the poor are like, well, fuck you guys. I want to see what's in there.
Like they're all getting together like, let's go steal some shit.
Yeah, you see what these rich assholes are building over here? Let's go fuck it up. See how they're living, see how we're living. Let's just go mess with their stuff and take it.
Wouldn't that be
That's what happens
crazy?
all the time.
Wouldn't that be crazy to be a fence and you get one of the paintings that he fucking sold to probably the dude?
Right.
And he's like, wait a minute. I just sold this.
Right. Hey, cash back.
Okay.
That's a cashback credit card, baby.
Yeah, just sell it again.
Yeah.
Until the end of the restoration works in 2015, it was not possible for visitors to access the interior except by special permission typically only granted to scholars. Since the beginning of May in 2015, the pyramid is open to the public every second and fourth Saturday each month.
Okay.
Visitors must arrange their visit in advance.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be coordinated, I'm sure.
So, I mean, it must be a pretty big fucking deal.
Yeah, they probably book it out, probably. It's probably pretty popular.
I mean, if it's the only pyramid in Rome.
Yeah, are you drawn to it? Do you feel its pull?
No.
Oh, Rome, I'm saying.
Oh.
Oh.
Sometimes.
I do, too.
I'm getting there.
I've always wanted to go to Rome. That's one thing I cannot deny.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Just to look at the ancient structures and shit and imagine what was
Rome's
there.
always fascinated me. Can't lie.
Wow.
I just don't think about it as often as all like I've seen on TikTok.
I just
don't think about it that much.
I think about it a lot.
Yeah.
Quite a bit, actually.
I don't.
Like my wife asked me, she's like, hey, you think about the Holy Roman Empire? And I was like, yeah, at least like twice a week. But it's more like an inquisitive thing, like, why did they fail? What happened, you know? Like, what was the real reason behind everything? Sure, Google says fucking, you know, corruption and the slave trade and all that stuff, but I don't believe that. There's got to be something else.
Yeah,
I mean, I could understand
yeah.
if that was the main reason. There's something else going on. Shitty leadership, that's what happens.
Sure. I mean, Rome's not gone.
But it's a shell of what it once was.
Sure. Yeah. But no great dynasty has ever lived forever.
What about Genghis Khan? His bloodline's still running around everywhere.
Sure, a ton of bloodlines are still running around.
True.
He was the second largest, I believe, behind the Romans.
For an empire?
For empire, yeah.
Well, if you think about it, the Vikings are still around.
Yeah, bloodlines, yeah.
No, not even that. Their empire. Like, they're the ones that started Britain, and their lineage goes back hundreds of years.
Well, shit's weird, man.
Just wild.
And, I mean, yeah, Roman Catholic Church is still around. It's still pretty powerful.
Just a tad.
It's very powerful. It just isn't publicly as powerful. Well, it still is, yeah. I mean, I don't know where people think Rome's gone. They have tons of influence still.
Yeah, the Colosseum's still there.
Yeah, the Roman Catholic Church runs a lot of shit.
pretty much all of it. Most of it.
Has a ton of worldwide influence
Yes.
and political power and government power.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what are you not supposed to do?
Talk about it.
No, you're not supposed to mix church and state.
Oh, yeah. But it's always been.
Yeah.
Yeah. The church has been the state for the last...
a long fucking time.
Yeah. A couple thousand years.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Easy.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be changing. I can feel it.
Indoor plumbing. It's going to be big.
White bread.
White bread. It's going to be big.
Wonder bread.
Wonder bread.
Yeah, it was
Wonder
huge,
bread is
dude.
amazing.
Yeah, it is good. It's so bad for you, though.
No.
Yeah.
That's what they want you to think.
Oh, it's so bad.
It's the best. I don't have it anymore, but it's the best when you
Yeah.
have it. It's like a treat.
I haven't had it forever yet. It is like a treat. you know you shouldn't be eating it. Yeah. You're
Kind of like ice cream.
this is too good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You feel dirty for eating it.
You just eat a piece of Wonder Bread and you're like, you just contemplate life after
Looking
that.
over your shoulder and smiling.
Yeah. Make sure no one's looking.
I'm a bad boy.
I'm pretty sure that was in the last episode.
Yeah, it's like Golem in his ring. Just looking at him. He's always checking.
So the next pyramid or groups of pyramids I have on the list is called Tikal.
Mm.
So Tikal is a ruin of an ancient city which was likely to have been called Yax Mutal, found in the rainforest of Guatemala.
Ooh.
It is one of the largest archaeological sites and urban centers of the pre-Columbian Maya civilization. Situated in the department of El Pitan, the site is part of Guatemala's Tikal National Park, and in 1979 it was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site. There are thousands of ancient structures at Tikal, and only a fraction of these have been excavated after decades of archaeological work. The most prominent surviving buildings include 6 very large pyramids labeled Temples 1 through 6.
Okay.
No specific names.
Just 1 through 6. That
Yep.
works. Fair.
Each of which support a temple structure on their summits. So it's like a really long staircase and then a fucking temple.
Right.
I'm guessing that was for human sacrifice.
Maybe. Kind of sounds that way. Kind of sounds that way.
Or animals.
Was it for worship, you think?
I'm sure a lot of the earlier pyramids seem to be
Yeah.
some sort of sacrifice to like some god, like Quetzalcoatl,
Yeah.
or maybe even Ra, or
Right,
whoever.
something, yeah.
Tikal was the capital of a conquest state that became one of the most powerful kingdoms in the ancient Maya. Though monumental architecture at the site dates back to as far as the 4th century BC, Tikal reached its apogee during the Classic period. During this time, the city dominated much of the Maya religion politically, economically, and militarily, while interacting with areas throughout Mesoamerica such as the great metropolis of Teotihuacan. There is evidence that Tikal was conquered by the Teotihuacan in the 4th century AD, following the end of the late Classic period. No new major monuments were built at Tikal, and there was evidence that elite palaces were burned. These events were coupled with the gradual population decline, culminating with the site's abandonment by the end of the 10th century.
War?
Yeah.
That'd be war, right?
Well, if the Teotihuacans took it over and then
Yeah.
burned like all the rich homes,
Mm-hmm.
like
Right.
this is our shit now.
Yep. You ain't having it. This
Yeah.
is your nice shit, it's gone.
Yeah, it's ours now.
Right. It's nobody's or something, yeah. If they're burning it, they ain't gonna take it with or keep it.
They're probably just
They're
like
just fucking destroying it.
they're probably just like, hey, take us to your leader, and they're like, over there, man.
Yeah.
They start just fucking fire arrows.
Just walking with torches.
That too.
Catching hay houses on fire.
Yeah.
Or something, you know.
Yeah.
Hay roofs. That was white people. I don't know if the Mayans did that.
The torches?
No, hay roofs, right? That was English. And Scots, yeah, that's what it's always depicted as. They have like fucking like hay as their roofs.
Oh, thatch roofs.
Thatch roofs.
There
yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
Not hay.
Sure.
Thatch.
Yeah.
I don't know what the difference is. I know that one is thicker.
Yeah.
That's about it. Tikal is the best understood of any of the large lowland Maya cities with a long dynastic ruler list. The discovery of the tombs of many of the rulers and the investigation of their monuments, temples, and palaces.
Do you think they start writing at the bottom or the top? They're listing all the rulers. They fill up one wall, they start on the next.
I'm sure top to bottom.
Okay.
Like they start with the earliest and they go all the way down. And then
Right.
they start on the next one and go all the way down.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Population estimates for Tikal vary from 10,000 to as high as 90,000 inhabitants. The population of Tikal began a continuous curve of growth starting in the pre-classic period, with a peak in the late classic period, with the population growing rapidly from AD 700 to 830 AD, followed by a sharp decline. For the 46 square miles of area falling within the earthwork defenses of the hinterland, the peak population is estimated at about 1,330 people per square mile.
Damn.
In an area within a 7.5 mile radius of the site core, peak population is estimated at 120,000. And there, population density is estimated 689 per square mile.
Sheesh.
So there's like more people outside than inside.
Right. Yeah. So I thought at first you were saying they got to around 100,000 and then it decreased again. It was, I don't know if it was Giza or the last one that they hit around 100,000 and then there was a sharp decrease. So I just thought that was going to be super interesting. Which it still kind of is because it's inside and outside the walls, right? They were
Right.
around 100,000 and then there was a sharp decrease again.
I
That's
don't know.
twice now.
Mm-hmm.
Still, yeah.
Different parts of the world. Same shit happened.
Hit around 100K and then...
Yep.
Interesting. Maybe if they were energy sources, they couldn't sustain that many people.
Maybe they didn't have enough resources from the outside sources, from their trading,
Right.
to come in.
Yeah. Yeah, because when you have a lot of people in a small area, it's kind of hard to farm that.
It's got to be like,
Or if you
constant.
don't know how to farm, you're kind of really fucked because you typically start with your resources closest and work your way out.
right.
You got to go out quite a ways eventually when you got that many people. Especially living right here, you got nothing on the inside left or close by. You have to
Right.
start way out and then keep going out.
And then just keep expanding
And it
and
just
expanding.
keeps, yeah. And it's not sustainable.
Again, poor leadership.
Yeah. Or ignorance. They just didn't know.
That's true. They weren't prepared. They
Sure.
weren't ready.
Yeah.
In a region within 16-mile radius of the site core and including some satellite sites, peak population is estimated at 425,000 with a density of 515 people per square mile. These population figures are even more impressive because of the extensive swamplands that were unsuitable for habitation or agriculture. However, some archaeologists believe these figures to be way too high. That
Okay.
would make sense.
Yeah.
425,000 people? That's a lot of goddamn
It's a
people
ton of people, yeah.
in a 16-mile radius.
That's jam-packed like rats, I feel like.
Yeah.
No thank you.
There's probably sickness that spread like the plague, literally.
Right. Right. Gonosyphilis?
That is always a possibility.
Maybe.
You never know. Spanish flu, the Spanish did invade down there.
Yup. I think that was more like 1800s, though.
So way before that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It could just been, if we're going with the whole sickness, it could be invited new people to join the trade route and whatever they brought from outside
COVID.
came in.
That's bullshit.
No. Probably not COVID. That's a new thing.
Yeah, no, that's just, no, it's not. Or not the actual, it's been around. This is just a different strain of that.
Oh, yeah. The name.
The new strain is,
The
yeah.
name is new.
The strain is new.
Yes.
Yes, it's simple fact that when you bring people from different areas together, that there is a high chance of disease happening, viruses, bacteria swap and spit and having a good time and making bad things for us.
That's why you always get questions at the hospital like, have you left the United States within the
been out of
past
country.
month?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right.
Plus, you got to get some shots if you're going to certain parts of the world.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's a weird thing to think about.
Yeah. Depending on where you go, depends how many shots you get.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're in the Army, you get all of them.
You get a lot.
You
You
ever,
get a lot.
when you got the shots, did you get sick afterwards? Like, you know how you get the flu shot? You get sick afterwards, right?
Right. No, I don't remember really getting sick, but I remember we had this one shot called the peanut butter shot.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
It was supposed to be like a save all kind of shot, like cover all things kind of shot, if I remember correctly. Amongst all the other shots, this was like a super shot,
Oh.
and it looks like peanut butter. Like it's just brown and thick, and
Ugh.
they shoot it into your ass cheek. So they bring you into a room with pads all around it, right? Kind of like athletic mats.
Oh.
And they just have you all lined up against the wall and drop your pants, and they just go one by one and shoot it in your ass cheek. And then for like the next 3 to 4 days, it feels like you have like a fist-sized knot in your ass cheek.
Oh.
It just cramps and hurts, and you go
Can't
like
sit down,
massage
right?
it, and nothing
Ugh.
feels right, and it sucks. And that whole time we're training and running, and yeah,
Just a pain. It's literally a
it's
pain
literally
in the
a
ass.
pain in the ass. Yeah, yeah. One of the more fun things of basic training. Yeah.
Fond
I think
memories.
it was like day 2 of being
Oh,
in the army,
God.
maybe day 1 still.
That's gotta
Getting
be
all our
horrible.
uniforms and just like the shock of it all. They're like, yeah, drop your pants, line up against the wall and drop your pants, so we're gonna shoot you in your ass
Well, I guess.
and inject some peanut butter into your ass.
Here's some peanut butter.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the Transamerica Pyramid?
No, I've heard of Transamerica and pyramids, but not together.
No.
No.
Oh. Well, this one is a 48-story skyscraper in San Francisco.
Oh, is that big golden pyramid or whatever?
That's a Bass Pro Shops.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So if no one's ever seen that pyramid, look up Bass Pro Shop, California. It is a massive pyramid with a huge light on top.
Yeah.
And it is incredible
It's
inside.
insane. Yeah.
It looks amazing.
Yeah, I'd definitely check that out at some point. It'd be fun.
We used to have a Bass Pro Shop around here.
Yeah.
And then they left.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where they put all their funds.
Maybe. Build pyramids.
Giant. It's huge.
Yeah. Gaudy.
It's the second tallest building in the San Francisco skyline.
Oh.
So it's huge.
That's big.
Well, it's 48 stories.
That's big.
Located in the city's financial district, it was the tallest building in San Francisco from its completion in 1972 until 2018,
Recent.
when the newly constructed Salesforce Tower surpassed its height. The building used to house the Transamerica Corporation, but it doesn't anymore, and the company moved to its headquarters in Baltimore, Maryland. The building is still associated with the company by being depicted on the company's logo. Designed by architect William Pereira, the building stands at 853 feet. On completion in 1972, it was the 8th tallest building in the world.
Impressive.
In 1972?
Now it's tiny compared to the thing in Dubai.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now it's real tiny.
That thing's insane.
That thing is wild. It's also a very popular tourist site.
Of course.
In 2020, the building was sold to a New York investor who in 2022 hired someone to redesign the interiors and renovate the building.
Sounds
Yep.
like a tourist trap.
So the Transamerica building was commissioned by the CEO with the claim that he wished to allow light in the street below. Built on the site of the historic Montgomery block, it has 48 floors of retail and office space.
Ooh.
The building is expressive of San Francisco and has become one of the many symbols of the city. It faced opposition during the planning and the construction and was sometimes referred to by detractors as Pereira's prick. Big old dick joke. A news anchor of the San Francisco Chronicle summed up the improved opinion of the building in 2009 as an architectural icon of the best sort. One that fits its location and gets better with age.
He paid them to write that article.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Had to have.
He sure did. The building is thought to have been the intended target of a terrorist attack involving the hijacking of airplanes as part of the Bojinka plot, which was foiled in 1995. The top of the pyramid is covered with aluminum panels. During the Christmas holiday season, on Independence Day, and during the anniversary of 9/11, a brightly twinkling beam called the crown jewel is lit at the top of the pyramid.
Interesting.
That's kind of cool.
Okay.
But-
Why? Is it just because it's a pyramid? Look at the top, I guess.
I don't know. Maybe
Or is it symbolic of the missing pieces?
Maybe. Could
Yeah.
be. It's like saluting it, like, hey, it's still here.
Yeah. Maybe he knows something we don't know.
It's possible.
Who knows?
The next one we got on our list is called the Pyramids of Guimar.
Ooh, Guimar.
They are 6 rectangular pyramid-shaped terraced structures built from lava stone without the use of mortar.
Terraced structures?
Terraced.
Oh.
Not
Specifically built for terrorism.
They are located in part of the town of Guimar on the island of Tenerife in the Canary Islands of Spain. The structures have been dated to the 9th century AD, and they may have originally been a byproduct of contemporary agricultural techniques. These pyramids stand as high as 39 feet, and other pyramids employing the same methods and materials of construction can be found in various sites on Tenerife. In Guimar itself, there are 9 pyramids, which only 6 survived.
Used to be 9.
Used to be 9.
Interesting. Okay.
In 1990, an adventurer and publisher named Thor became aware of the Canarian pyramids by reading an article in the Tenerife newspaper detailing real pyramids on the Canaries. As Thor had hypothesized a transatlantic link between Egypt and Central America, he became intrigued with the Guimar pyramids and relocated to Tenerife. There, Thor researched possible parallels between the Canarian terrace structures, not terrorist, and pyramid structures in Egypt and Central America and pre-Columbian Mesoamerica as ceremonial areas. Thor hypothesized that the Canarian pyramids formed a temporal and geographic stopping point on voyages between ancient Egypt and the Maya civilization. That's interesting.
Yeah. I don't know what to think of all this.
In 1991, researchers of the Canary Institute of Astrophysics showed that the long sides of some of the structures at Guimar marked the direction of both solstices. The main limiting wall points to the sunset in the summer solstice, and the pyramids have stairs on their western side, which face the direction of the rising sun on the winter solstice. Also standing on the platform of the largest pyramid on the day of the summer solstice, it is possible to experience a double sunset. As first the sun sets behind a mountaintop, then it emerges again from behind the mountain and sets a second time behind a neighboring peak. However, it is impossible, based solely on these observations, to conclude what the intention of the builders or the date of construction was. Maybe they needed more light that day.
Yeah. You know what? I can't finish my mud pies. We need more light, Ricky.
We need more sun.
Yeah.
Got to keep the sun around as long as possible.
Right. Heinous Richard, get up there.
No, not Heinous Richard. The researchers published a book in 2005 titled The Pyramids of Guimar, Myth and Reality, in which they suggest that the celestial orientations of the pyramids were potentially motivated by Masonic symbolism. The authors argued that solstices are very important in the symbolism of Freemasonry, and that the owner of the land at the pyramids were built was himself a Freemason. This motivation would only be an aesthetic one and would not modify in any rate the fundamental motivation of agricultural and the date of construction. So the Freemasons may have had a hand in it.
Interesting.
You know what the Freemasons are, right?
The Roman Catholic Church.
Kinda. Yep.
Kinda, yeah.
Mm-hmm. A little bit.
Yeah, I know.
I learned about them
We've got some in town.
National Treasure.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, we do. I found that out a couple years ago. I was like, what the hell is that thing?
Right on Main Street.
Real small door.
Mm-hmm.
You can miss it easily, but it's there.
Yes, sir.
Wonder what they talk about.
I'm curious.
So am I. But you gotta get, invited.
Yeah. I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't want to join.
No, me either.
Yeah.
They can keep their secrets.
For now. The truth always comes out. Maybe not for a long time, but it'll be there.
You ever heard of the ziggurat of Ur?
I feel like I should. It sounds like it feels familiar.
So the Great Ziggurat of Ur, meaning temple whose foundation creates aura, is a Neo-Sumerian ziggurat in what was the city of Ur in present-day Iraq. The structure was built during the early Bronze Age, but had crumbled to ruins by the 6th century BC of the Neo-Babylonian period, when it was restored by King Nabonidus. Its remains were excavated in the 1920s and 30s. Under Saddam Hussein in the 1980s, they were encased by a partial reconstruction of the front and the monumental staircase. The ziggurat of Ur is the best preserved of those known from Mesopotamia. It is one of the 3 well-preserved structures of the Neo-Sumerian city of Ur, along with the royal mausolea and the palace of Ur-Nammu.
All right.
It's a big old structure.
Huge.
It's
like
a
the
thick
rest.
boy.
It's
Yeah.
all thickums.
The ziggurat was built by King Ur-Nammu, who dedicated it in honor of Nana from the Anunnaki stories.
Uh-huh.
It's dedicated in honor of Nana in approximately the 21st century BC during the 3rd dynasty of Ur. The massive step pyramid measured 210 feet in length, 148 feet in width, and over 98 feet in height. The height is speculative, as only the foundations of the ziggurat have survived. The ziggurat was a piece in a temple complex that served as an administrative center for the city, and which was a shrine of the moon god Nana, the patron deity of Ur. She had a book. Remember, she tried to go to the underworld?
Yeah.
Tried to
take it over.
Karen
Yeah.
it up.
And all her brothers like, nah, fuck you.
Yeah,
Get out
pretty
of here.
much.
Yeah.
The construction of the ziggurat was finished in the 21st century BC by King Shulgi, who, in order to win the allegiance of cities, proclaimed himself a god. During his 48-year reign, the city of Ur grew to be the capital of a state controlling much of Mesopotamia. The dude was like, hey, I'm a god now.
Yeah.
Let's go on this 48-year binge.
That's bullshit.
There's plenty of people still feel that way.
I'm
They think they're the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them we see
Yeah.
on the news
Yeah.
all the time.
Florida men usually.
Florida man. They always think they're going to change something.
Yep.
But their news articles are peak. The remains of the ziggurat were rediscovered in 1850, leading to the identification of the site as Ur. The remains of the ziggurat consist of a 3-layered solid mass of mud, brick-faced, with burnt bricks set in bitumen. The lowest layer corresponds to the original construction of Ur-Nammu, while the 2 upper layers are part of the Neo-Babylonian restorations. The front of the lowest level and the mountain staircase were rebuilt under the orders of Saddam Hussein.
Saddam did some good.
Yeah. He rebuilt a ziggurat in honor, you know.
Right. Trying to do right. Make up for his destruction. Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe pre-destruction.
The ziggurat was damaged in the Gulf War in 1991 by small arms fire, and the structure was shaken by explosions. 4 bomb craters can be seen nearby, and the walls of the ziggurat are marred by over 400 bullets.
Ow. It's a lot.
That is a lot.
They're just like, we're going to chop this thing down. That sucks, man. When fighting forces are like, we're just going to take out this big monument.
Yeah, it's
They
kind
like this thing, so let's just destroy it.
of like the burning of Rome,
Yeah.
or the burning of literally anything.
Right. Any ransacking of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just destroying history.
Why? Because
Because it's not your history anymore. It's ours, and we control it. Because we won the war.
Yeah, that
His
is a thing.
story is what history is.
His story?
Mm-hmm.
Who's his?
The winner.
The win? Oh, okay, that's fair. Understandable, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
We still have to learn, though.
Yeah.
We can't learn if it's gone.
Right.
Dicks.
Yeah.
But that's all I got, man.
That's it, and that's all?
That's it.
Dang. Big fat thickums.
There's some big ones.
Yeah. I'm just so curious as how they were built. So many of them, too. Why so many of them? And
Well,
how?
The one wasn't even mortared. It was built out of lava stone.
Right. How the hell does that happen?
Maybe there's a cave nearby.
Maybe.
And they just kind of scooped it up and put it in a...
Just layer it on top after it hardens. Just slowly layer it.
Maybe.
Let it harden.
They would have to figure out that metal plus lava equals hot. And they would have to protect their hands some way, you know?
Yeah, right. Like, how do you... I don't know.
How do you carry lava around?
Right,
back
that's what
then?
I'm saying. I don't know.
I don't know.
Metal buckets. I feel like any of that.
It would probably
I
melt.
feel like it would melt through most our shit nowadays.
Maybe stone buckets.
Maybe.
I mean, stone
That'd be
gets
heavy as
hot.
fuck.
Oh, yeah.
And stone does get hot. They got oven mitts?
What if they had camels and they were just dragging like these big things of lava buckets around, lava sleds of
Just
stone?
scooping it?
Maybe. Could have been.
How'd they get it up high, like tall?
A
They
really
just built
fast
this-
dude.
Built the steps as they went?
That could have been.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
How long would they have had to wait to let it harden or cool
Right.
before they stepped on those?
Right. They just dump cold water on it? Or let it just set by itself? Is it? It's got to be formed somehow, right? Or it's going to run
Right.
off the edges. How do you keep it formed and without it melting through the form?
Well, wouldn't it crack though? If you're putting lava down and you cool it, rapidly cooling it, it would crack. What'd you
guess.
think?
I would think, but I don't know. I don't got a fucking clue.
They had a really long hose.
I just misted it over it.
Yes.
Yeah, just slowly cooled it.
Maybe.
Elephants.
Oh. Might be
Maybe.
possible.
Maybe. I don't know. Who knows, man? It's crazy to think about that.
I don't know. Which one was your favorite thought-provoking one?
I think that one. Now. How do you build with lava? Lava stone. Is it just stone that was lava? Like, after the lava's hardened, it's become stone, and then you use that to build? I don't know.
I would think they'd have to... well, instead of mortar, they used it, right? As a mortar.
Oh, right. Yeah. Fucking incredible.
So I don't know.
I don't know. I
Um,
don't know.
Where do you think the top of the pyramid went?
Right. And why did it went?
Why did it went?
Questions I've been wondering for years. Why did it went?
Never know.
How
But-
did it went? Why did it went? Why is there so many? Why are they worldwide?
Yeah, like that one in Antarctica. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Doing all the way over there.
From America to Africa. And everywhere in between.
And South America has a crap ton.
That would be America's.
Well, the Americas. Yes,
Yeah.
you're right. You're
Yeah.
right. Mm-hmm.
I should have said that better. I meant just like, American line.
Yeah.
Americas.
Does
Africa.
Canada count?
That's North America. Yeah.
Are there...
Pyramids up there.
Yeah.
Buried in snow. Maple syrup.
Maybe the mountains are the pyramids.
Maybe.
Buried in snow and maple syrup? Pretty sure maple syrup just runs in Canadian
It's
blood.
their rivers.
Yeah. They drink it as water.
Right.
It's not as thick up there as it is down here.
Right. And they get married in hockey rinks. That's their big things, like hockey and maple syrup, ain't it?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
So instead of like rice, they throw rice,
Yeah.
or they're supposed to,
Yeah.
or like streamers or something, or
Yeah.
like birds. It's
Right.
just like maple leaves.
Right. Just maple leaves
Yeah,
flowering.
just-
All
just-
different colors, though. It'd look
Yeah,
cool. It'd
that
look
would
pretty.
look that'd look awesome.
That'd be dumb. Hell yeah. What was yours?
I really like the Quetzalcoatl one.
Yeah. Mayan and all that stuff is always
Like, why
fun.
is it so long?
Right.
Why did they build it long and not up?
Long thickums, yeah. Why?
But the Pyramid of the Sun did interest me when I was
That is
reading
cool.
it.
That is very cool.
How it
Shadow
just,
play.
how it just shadow play.
Yeah.
Is that another fetish? Shadow
Sure.
play.
Yeah. We dress up in all black outfits and turn the lights off. And we can only crawl against the walls. Yeah, all that stuff is just fascinating as hell. I'm glad we did the subject.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Those were probably the most interesting ones I found.
Yeah. And all
Everything.
the theories around them are fun too.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part, obviously, as always.
Like why?
Theorizing about things.
Because they're so old.
Yeah.
All these pyramids are so old.
We
except
have
for
so
the
few answers.
except for the one in San Francisco. That's relatively new.
Right.
But that's
And Bass Pro Shops.
and Bass Pro Shop.
Right. But we have so many unknown questions about them still.
Like, how did they know to align it perfectly with north, south, east, and west? How did they know how to line it perfectly with the stars? Like, how did they figure this shit out?
How did they build it?
That's another one.
Step one, how the fuck did it get here?
Especially if you're taking
Then why is it here?
what was it, limestone or
Yeah, all
granite?
sorts of different shit. Lava, limestone,
Yeah.
granite, you fucking name it. They used it.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
You did say elephants.
But maybe.
Were the elephants everywhere? Did they just?
I just meant for spraying the water on the lava.
Oh,
Yeah, just to mist it and cool it down so it didn't cool too fast and crack.
Oh.
You know, like to rain
Right.
water, yeah. Fountain it, you
Hmm.
might say.
Just psst.
Yeah, just raining it down on the magma.
Everyone's just so happy because it's
Right.
cooling them
They're
off.
cooling them off, yeah.
I could see that.
Right.
Could be.
What the fuck else do you build lava? I don't know. I'll never
Especially back then.
know. Right.
The only plausible thing I would think is stone.
Right, for a bucket.
Yeah. Or a
But then
sled.
how do you, like, a stone scoop?
Maybe.
How do you carve all that out and make all those tools? And
Architecture.
you need the tools to make the tools.
True.
So what tools did they use to make such fine things?
Shards of
And where
the
did
top
they
of
go?
the pyramid.
Where did they go?
Yeah, I don't know. These are great questions
Yeah.
that I don't have the answer to.
Yeah, no one does. That's what drives me nuts.
Just speculation
Yeah.
about everything.
Yeah, it's-
Theories.
Fun.
Always.
Yes, sir.
I think that's going to do it, man.
Yeah, time to call tonight.
Thanks, everybody, for listening. We appreciate you.
As always, we love you, and thanks for being here.
Absolutely. As always, I'm Tyler,
And I'm Cody.
and this is the Edible Attitude Podcast.